am I bad today? Alright, so I'm back with episode 2 of Scarlet Hollow. Could not wait to get back to this game. Had a lot of fun with it yesterday. So I'm just gonna dive right back into it. Alright, perfect. Picks up right where I left off. But for anybody who wasn't here yesterday, would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before I start episode 2? Yes. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Afraid! I love my little opossum friend. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Oh yeah, the fucked up deer. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Kyrope, my hero. Yeah, thing's so fucking freaky looking. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god, what do we do? Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can clearly still picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing. You're still alive, and for now you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Watch me. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. You know what? I'm gonna check on my little roommate. You open the drawers to check in on Dustin. Hi, little guy. He's got a sandwich. Look at him. Oh, good. He's still here. Human is back. Good morning, Dustin. How are you today? Dustin feel good. Had productive night. I see you have bread now. Yes, Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin. Can I talk to you about something horrible that happened last night? Human can always talk to Dustin. What happened? I watched a man die. The woods are full of horrible monsters. I watched a man die last night, Justin. Justin? Dustin. When Dustin gets scared, Dustin pretend to be dead. Maybe if you pretend to be dead, monsters leave you alone. Maybe Human's friend also play dead. I don't think so. Half of his head was missing, Dustin. But I appreciate the thought. Have you met Frou Frou? Monster. It was nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll see you around. I'll leave you be. Okay. He's so fucking cute. I love him. You gently close the drawer. Poke around the closet again. Great. The doll didn't move during the night. I was concerned about that. Maybe it isn't haunted after all, though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Turn back to the rest of the room. Look out the window. There's a dude. There's a dude. Do you see the dude? Why can't you guys see my mouse? One moment. You guys can't see my mouse. Capture cursor. There we go. There's a dude. Do you see him? That's freaky. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. The fuck I will! Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Do you know anything about ditchlings? Even if I did, why would I ever tell you anything? And for the record, no, I don't. Now stop bothering me. You talk to me first, you little fuck. Gretchen sends her regards. Se saber vit toujours? That creature has not yet returned to whatever vile pit of hell it crawled from? Merde. Truly ours is not a kind god. Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had a run-in with the cops? It wasn't me, I swear. Let me see. Well, I'm definitely not saying that one. Duke's blood is on my hands. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? Nah, I'll do the top one. Cops don't matter. Something is coming for this. Nah, I probably shouldn't do that one. Yeah. We were chased through the woods by monsters, and you're worried about cops? Yeah, I'm worried about the cops. I'm busy, and I don't like talking to them. Okay, valid. What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Did they say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Kyrapi. Before you ask, don't worry, I told them that you're an upstanding citizen. Thanks for having my back. Sure, what else is family for? God, I hate that fucking smile, it's so freaky. I'm sorry. Good! Oh god, I hate her. I've gotta get to work. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. Yes, Mom. Like, I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak and slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. It seems you make a habit of bad first impressions, no? The cat chuckles mockingly. Good. Time to start your day. I'm definitely not investigating the fucking garden. I'll make a PB&J. Because om nom. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. After last night, you should make things up to your cousin. Screw going to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. That's actually a good idea. That's right. No more adventures, no more new people, no more leaving the estate. Your mind wanders back to the filth of the guest bathroom. Come to think of it, did my character even end up going to the bathroom at all in the last chapter? Your mind wanders back to the filth of the guest bathroom. If you knock it out today, you might be able to have a somewhat pleasant stay for the remainder of the week. But at the same time, who knows what you'll be missing out on by staying put? I said I'm staying at the estate and cleaning the guest bathroom, so that's what I'm gonna do. Thinking about going into town only hardens your resolve to do anything but that, including getting elbow deep in the muck and grime of the guest bathroom. Tabitha told you to be home by sunset, but wouldn't it be an even greater display of your cousinly loyalty to stay here and clean her house unprompted? You scrounge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques. But they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It is a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think about just how many years of caked-up dirt, gunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return some semblance of normalcy to the bathroom. Ugh. What a difference! That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer, and renovations. But at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sudden heavy thunk-thunk-thunk of a metal door knocker. The sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been up thinking about what you went through all night. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and talk. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. Old hippie, that's so mean. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing, a nostalgic, earthy odor reminiscent of fall, as if it was brewed with autumn leaves. Oh, that one's so mean. Out with it, lady. I don't have all day. What the fuck? Is there any news about Duke? His family has been notified. That's as much as I know. Poor Duke. He was a good man. But I fear his death is merely a sign of more tragedy to come, which, I suppose, brings us to what I came to talk to you about. You went through quite the ordeal last night and are holed up alone and, well, bless her heart, but Tabitha hasn't exactly reclaimed this place since Perlan passed. I feel like I'm inhaling cobwebs. I wanted to check in on you. How are you holding up, dear? Really? I don't know how I'm doing. So much has already happened and I've only been here for a day. Well, if it's any consolation, there's a sound somewhere above you. A creaking floorboard betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. What the fuck do you mean there's something in the room above me? I'm home by myself. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. Do you think this place is haunted? If it is haunted, I wouldn't doubt that you'd find out as soon as you were alone here for too long. Sounds to me like whatever might be here is already restless to have you to itself. Cool, lady! Thanks for making me feel better. Like, what the fuck? That was probably just the possum that lives here. That's some cope right there. Let me see. Yeah, I was here by myself for a while before you showed up. Nothing happened. Maybe the house just doesn't like you. Alright, I won't force you. The sound is louder now. It's moving. Something heavy is crossing the room. But if you don't mind walking me to the door, I would appreciate the accompaniment. You make your way back to the foyer. The sounds, horrifyingly, follow along. Disembodied footsteps keeping pace with the two of you until you break free from the second floor and out into the vast entryway of the estate. I hate that. Sybil wastes no time in opening the door, but she hovers next to you, glancing back up toward the stairs. You know, Tabitha doesn't usually leave the mines until after sunset, from what I've heard. Just in case you wanted to reconsider staying here alone until then. Another thump. Another. It's nearing the landing. Yeah, okay, let's leave. Oh, I'm such a pussy. Yes, let's. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze. Hello again, Chip. And again, I have no idea why you just keep saying random fruits in my chat and nothing else. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. You're right, there is nothing bad with apples. I'm just puzzled. I'm just puzzled about why that's the way you say hi. They are crunchy, though. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. What do you think of Tabitha? She works too hard, but I suppose that's the burden she carries, what with your family's mind to run. It can't be doing her any good, though. I'm playing a game called Scarlet Hollow. It is a spooky visual novel. It is Chapter 2. I played Chapter 1 yesterday. The VOD is up on my channel if you want to watch later. It is very good. It can't be doing her any good, though. I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition. Bless her heart. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh yes, everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. You're a well, I'm not sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again your family pulled it back up. Now here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? The collapse? Like an economic collapse, or... We've certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. Ooh. The town lost so many souls that day, men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. Ooh, that sucks. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough, tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. It seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on the table. Is it really just me and Tabitha? Why are there so few of us left? I suppose fate is crueler to some than to others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well, maybe more than their fair share. So our mine is the whole reason this town exists? I'd say so. If it fails, I'm not sure anybody would be able to stick around for long. That being said, I suppose everything has to end eventually. One shouldn't plan on things to continue on exactly the same forever. Change the subject. What do you think of Stella? Such a ray of sunshine. Even with everything that's happened to her, she tries to smile through it all. An admirable young woman, if you ask me. So was there a Mr. Sybil? There was, but unfortunately he passed about 1.5 years ago, give or take. Life up in the hills can be hard on people for all kinds of reasons, even if you never step foot in the mines. Were you born here? How did you wind up in this town? My family has been in these hills for generations, possibly even longer than yours. I married into the general store, though. Before that, we were just your standard hill folk. Kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves. That's why I know so much about the local flora. That kind of knowledge was vital for all the generations that came before me to survive out here. Whoomst! The two of you are interrupted by a woman jogging towards you. She is a very severe-looking woman. Joan, wonderful to see you as always. Have you met Kyrope? Sybil. And no, we haven't met. Joan here is our resident doctor, and Kyrope is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral. I put that together. I can flirt with her! God damn, do I want to flirt with the MILF? Nah, I'm not gonna flirt with the MILF. At least not in this playthrough. A doctor, huh? Do you know anything about weird little parasitic doughy creatures? What? That's such a weird thing to ask. You know what? I'll keep it simple. Nice to meet you, Joan. That's Dr. Kelly to you. Okay. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. Alright then. How is Reese doing? Oh, she's Reese's mom. How is Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. He's surviving, same as usual, you know that. Her son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, you know, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? Ireby could come too. Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on play dates. And you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him his meds. I can't stand around talking all day. A woman starts her jog again, her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way too. It's not much farther now. She was right. It takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitors she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You were laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. That's fair. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only gave us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. You just walked into a workplace drama. Apparently. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mine, and the shit house you've had me living in. I'll be better off a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? Ireby? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I had some business with you as well. Though it looks to me like you're busy, I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way, but it was lovely catching up. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. Cool, she just abandoned me here. Great! The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. That looks like Stella and Gretchen. They're banned, huh? What did they do? Just don't make yourself a burden, alright? I have a lot to do today. Wow, what a way to say hello. I think there's a ghost in your house. Let me see. Oh yeah, I should say I cleaned the bathroom. 'Cause I did. Praise me, I cleaned your bathroom. I cleaned the guest bathroom. You what? She seems very unhappy about this. For why? But there could have been important stuff in there. Sure, it was messy, but it's not like it was unsanitary or anything. What gave you the right to throw things away just because they looked like trash to you? It's not like it was unsanitary or anything. Bitch, please. In episode 1, when I lifted up the toilet seat, a horde of cockroaches scrammed and said the jig is up. That's as unsanitary as it can get. Okay, no problem, Chip. Thank you for dropping in. And, if you use apple to say hello, I should use another fruit to say goodbye. Orange. Or banana, that works too! I don't appreciate people coming into my space and moving things around. Don't try to be helpful again, got it? Okay, you got it, woman. It was a health hazard, it was disgusting, yeah, exactly. Oh. Let me see. Actually, yeah, if I'm the one using it, I get to decide how clean it's going to be. It's my house, and as far as I'm concerned, your mom forfeited any right to it long time ago, so it's all my stuff too. I'd better not find out you threw away any precious family heirlooms thinking they were trash. Woman, I highly doubt there were any precious family heirlooms in the guest bathroom. Tabitha clears her throat, clearly still seething, but trying to cover it back up. I have to get back to work. Try not to bother me. I need to concentrate. She returns to her place behind the desk and proceeds to ignore you. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timey man. Oh yeah, here and here. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Do I want to ass-kiss a little bit here? I know already she doesn't appreciate that, but... Oh, here's a... You know what? Small talk. I learned there was a big mine collapse up here once. Do you think something like that could ever happen again? Of course not. That only happened because of someone else's negligence. We don't make those kinds of mistakes, especially not with current mining technology. Our family trusted a man who we shouldn't have trusted, Charles Shaw. He cut corners, used cheap and damaged materials. People died because of him. So we never hired someone else from outside the family to help run this place ever again. And what do you know? We've never come close to having another collapse. I might be what people consider a tough boss, but I run a tight ship, and that's how you avoid accidents. You know what? I respect it. I am curious about this. Are the miners working in the same mine that collapsed? Did they have to dig out people's bodies? No, that particular shaft has been boarded up ever since. Most of the bodies weren't able to be recovered, not without the risk of making more. That's unfortunately true in a lot of mining accidents in real life. A lot of times recovering the bodies is just too dangerous, so they just end up staying there. This is a difficult line of work. The men all know that. I really admired your leadership with that guy earlier. Yes, I'm good at my job. The Scarlets have cultivated generations of a certain kind of management style that has gotten the mine through some very difficult times. You can't let people run all over you. Grandma Eddie learned that from Enoch, and she instilled it in Pearl Ann, and Pearl Ann instilled it in me. Vivian couldn't cut it. She would have been terrible at this. Okay, cool. You didn't have to have another jab at my mom while you were at it. Yeah, you never call Pearl Ann Mom. I noticed that too. Yeah. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. I'm 33 years old and I still call my mother Mom. Like, hello? God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Oh, I'm sorry. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearl Ann at this point. Yep, the one on the left there. And the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who owned the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Pearl Ann was too excited to have great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. Sit quietly and let her work. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. The PB&J was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's a place to get food. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, yeah. The cafeteria has a mac and cheese I don't hate. It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you falling down any mine shafts. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions from a nearby group of miners. They look so happy. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the workers unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we can put 2 and 2 together. We saw you wandering in with the boss. How can we help? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. He accosted me last night. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he's still around. But accosting people at night? That doesn't sound like him at all. Yeah, I kinda want to press them on that. What did you think happened to him? Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? Like, weird animal sightings? Nope. You been talking to that townie? Stella. The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. But, you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd be seeing all sorts of creatures. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now and it's never been like this before. Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Okay. So I met this guy on the bus. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, "I want to, yeah." He said he had some friends working the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I remember someone like that. Looking for the cafeteria. I'm going to do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zach. Go easy on her. I am going easy on her. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know. The mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. Cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Approach another group. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him last night. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? That's what Sybil has been calling him. Good woman. But I don't expect she'd know every mining fella in town by sight, if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Till I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. As Smith and Rodriguez turn to leave, Isaacs hesitates. I'll be just a minute, guys. Your funeral, man. I wanted to ask you something in private. I'm about to grab something from the calf if you don't mind joining. How serendipitous. You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has, of his own accord, offered to share his wisdom with you. I was actually looking for the cafeteria. Great, let's walk. You follow the hard-faced young man, an anxious energy in his step, as he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. You said something earlier about seeing Wayne. The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Did Tabitha see him? Did she say anything to you about him? She said she didn't know him. If it's Sam Wayne, she sure as shit knows him. Maybe it's somebody else, but that still begs the question of where he went. And if anybody has a clue, it's the person who I'm betting saw him last, and that's your... Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? Oh, shit. That Sam Wayne fella, wasn't it? Mind your own business, fuckers. Whatever, if anyone asks, we never talk, got it? I don't want to disappear, too. Wait! Here's my number, in case we should talk more. As he turns to leave, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Yeah, okay. And then he's gone. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like you never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yep, I've skipped town over Liz. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got the chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp's seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. You'd best get going. Wouldn't want that hot meal to go cold. No reason to stay here any longer. The plot thickens. You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. But you don't make it far before you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. The fuck? Kyra B., I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. Oh hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. Didn't I hear somebody creeping around in there this morning? Are you saying that wasn't you? No. I would only be so obvious if I wanted to be found. There are other forces at play here, trying to pull you in their own directions. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through. For both our sakes. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. I'ma just walk back. You casually continue on your way, returning to the hill where Tabitha's trailer is perched. She meets you at the door. took you long enough. What, was there a long line? I'm not gonna mention Wayne. I probably should, but I'm not gonna. Oh, I definitely don't want to say that one. Especially if she's keeping it secret for a reason. Am I in danger here? What? No. This is my office. It's probably the most boring, least dangerous place on the planet. Come on, let's have lunch. The sooner we eat, the sooner we can go home. Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Ooh, excuse me. Is that Stella? It sure is. And I see the pupper. How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off. Tabby, Kyrapi, hey, I was just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed to look out. Is there somebody talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Oh. Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anybody had seen her. And while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that Sybil said are like little mothmen foretelling doom. Stella. And also that there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here and who Kanika says is super creepy and sick and... Stella! Yeah? Just stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me, extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for that kid, the Maxwell place or the gas station or whatever? Anywhere but here, where you are explicitly not allowed to be? I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we, you and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Yet, whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before... Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with the dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina! Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know Oscar is looking for her, then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. Damn it! I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We'd better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded-up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? We have to go in there, don't we? I don't like the thought of you walking around in an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. How nice of you. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Tabitha hops her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. Alright, here I go. You follow her and enter the mine. Ooh, I hate this. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. I take it you know which mine we're in. This isn't the one that collapsed 100 years ago, is it? The one that killed a bunch of people? The one that killed 168 people. Awesome! A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Oof, I can't fucking imagine. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns, or dehydration. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. Can't say I blame them. Is this supposed to be your idea of bonding? God, that's morbid. Life is morbid. 168 people walked blindly to their deaths, unaware of the hand that had been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Tommy knockers? A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here. Yep, Tommy knockers. I've heard of those. So, Tommy knockers are a very old, very old story. It's basically some kind of supernatural thing. They're supposed to herald a tunnel collapse. It's basically if you hear a knock, the tunnel is gonna collapse. Don't know how true that is, but yeah. Tommy knockers are something I've heard about before. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens. Hey, this place is haunted by the tragedies of the past, not by literal restless spirits. Don't go all ghost hunter on me. Whatever we just heard was probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban from my property. Come on, I came from this way. I can't talk. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca, it is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Come on, kiddos, there's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kanika? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows. No offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. I think she just hates our family. She doesn't know our family. She knows me, barely. I mean, it's more in the sense that she hates what our family represents. This town has a bloody history to it, and coal is a dirty business. And that doesn't mean it's my fault. What am I supposed to do? Close the mine and let everyone lose their jobs? I've given up on other people understanding me. It doesn't matter. What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but don't tell her I said that. I wouldn't want to appear weak. Let's move on. They're close. Her drip is awesome. Also, it's kind of like Michaela from Dead by Daylight. I'm not gonna lie. She's dressed kind of like Michaela from Dead by Daylight with the glasses, the hat, and the black outfit. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says that they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. She is dumb. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand? No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. And Kyraby, I guess you two caught up to us. 2 Scarlets in one place. What luck. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. You're an idiot, dude! The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken, the other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Aw, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? Stella? Don't even. I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. You know what? I'm on Tabitha's side on this one. Like, what the fuck, Stella? It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you. And I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Facts. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha! Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up, he says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. Stella, please. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish you would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. That is very true. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. So do I. What's the problem? That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I've seen some real bad things in this town. Even if it isn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar is lying to you. Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such things as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there? She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry about that. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? There we go! It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've gotta check it out. They're an old Cornish myth named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Yeah, there it is. Stella! I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just they're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella! Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must squeeze through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults. We could already be done with this little mess, but no. There just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. The fucking face. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Kyraby, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these 2 knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. I could go mystical again. There's no way around it. It isn't just those kids. Something is calling out to us from down below. Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. I don't need you to fight my battles for me, Kyraby. It's fine. Stella can tag along. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. Look, I just want to put in my due diligence in case their parents try to sue me for their own negligence. If we catch up to them and they decide they want to continue to be a nuisance, then fine, they can rot down here for all I care. Inspiring. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their teenage bravado will probably start to shrivel away in not too long, and we'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Don't worry, it'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told her last night, and we all know how that ended. I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along, not because you're actually, you know what? I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it is against my will and better judgment. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Excuse me, I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunting companion. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. What the fuck is that? And I make plenty from ads and donations. How's it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kinda hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mine sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. What did they see? Tommy knockers. It's not Tommy knockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they go out of our sight, their bravado would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. Those kids are going to die, and then we're going to die too. Nobody is going to die unless you start panicking. Get a grip on yourself. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all of the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. Yeah, fuck that. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else, the quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. You walk to the ladder and I can't talk today. You walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. The fuck are those sounds, man? I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca! Yep, they're close alright. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd. Distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Why am I walking towards it? Hello? You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, a desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Please don't perceive me, actually. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Kyraby? Bear witness? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Whoa! You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. Oh. Jesus. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Kyraby! Kyraby, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Oh, Jesus, what the fuck? You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. So, I mentioned before, I played a little bit of this before, like months ago, in a previous update. I have never gotten this far. The furthest I got was the teens first, us first encountering the teens in the tunnel. Everything past that, completely new to me. I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you, can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Both of us were shown the dark truth of this place. The sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? How can you be sure? Look, this kind of thing happens in mines sometimes, especially when there's bad ventilation. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. Oh, fuck. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder, both of you. Wait! Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves. Oh. Oh, man. Ugh. Take Rosalina and leave, or go after the two girls. Oh, no! What kind of decision is this? Okay. I feel like if I don't make an effort to go after the other two, Kaneko will fucking end me. If the mine doesn't. But at the same time, I don't want us to die. Take Rosalina and leave. You reach towards Rosalina. Your dad wouldn't want you to die down here. What about their parents? They wouldn't want Becca and Alexis to die like this. They already crossed that bridge. You can cross it too if you want. I don't care. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. Alexis, Becca, the way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay, let's go. She grabs your hand, and the two of you start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Becca, Alexis, can you still hear me? The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the three of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I left you guys. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you guys. It's deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. Continue towards the entrance. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. And there it is. Freedom. Holy shit. The three of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Alexis. Do you think the other two? Maybe they got out. It's possible, right? Maybe there's another entrance or something. Or maybe they're still alive in there? Oh god. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. I'm so sorry. I'm going back to camp. I'll be back with some men. And they can start digging. I'll call Earl. Oh, this poor girl. It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. You, Stella, and Kanika are afforded a quiet moment to yourselves as the others get to work. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit that showed me what happened to this place. Charles Shaw was set up. No way. Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? Visions aren't real. Visions can't be real. That would be magic. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Kyrapi and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures. Next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. You think Becca and Alexis are okay? There were survivors in the last collapse. Alexis doesn't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. If you and Tabby didn't pull Rosalina out when you did, you might all have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. What happens now? Hey guys, I don't think she's quite ready to talk just yet. What happened down there? Oscar. Kyrapi pulled her out of the mine collapse. We don't know what happened to her friends. Kyrapi? You mean Kyrapi Scarlet? Rosalina made it out of there because she stood up for herself. You should be proud. She's a good kid, Oscar. Thanks. Be right back again. Sorry, my mom just got home from a trip, so I wanted to talk to her for a bit. Let me see. Have you met the kids Rosalina hangs out with? Yeah, Rosalina's lived here since she was 2. So she basically grew up with them. They're a little older than her, and yeah, they get into some trouble, but I didn't think they were bad kids or anything. Especially that Alexis. Gosh, that poor girl. Always acted like a dog somebody had kicked. And now she's in there. It's not right. It's gonna be okay, Oscar. None of them deserve this. It's not fair that such bad things can happen to kids so young. Just not fair. There's something terrible in that mine. I think it was Tommy knockers. I can't believe they're actually real, but I got some audio of the knocking on my phone. They must have been furious that we went down there. It's all my fault. She's been so angry with me. If I'd just been able to provide more stability, she wouldn't be doing things like this, putting herself in danger. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Thank you, Kyraby. I just wish I could have kept her from going in there in the first place. If I'd just paid closer attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened and those kids wouldn't be down there. I can't help but feel like it was my responsibility to prevent this, and I blew it. Teens are reckless. There's only so much you can do. And the shorter the leash, the worse the relationship. Don't blame yourself for choices someone else made. As a former reckless teen myself, and as a current reckless adult, yeah, she's right. I guess that's true. I've tried to let Rosalina make her own mistakes and learn from them. But that's for staying up late or going too fast on her skateboard, not this. I don't wanna... Maybe I should, though. Rosalina told us you two have been living in the library. I think she was trying to get away from that. Rosalina told you that? Yes, it's true, but you have to understand there's something in that house. We believe you, Oscar. I couldn't let it hurt her, and since I didn't know how to get rid of it, I set up a back room at the library for us. Just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead, it just drove her away, staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me. Because I haven't been able to fix this. I just wish she could understand. I'll put the spirit to rest. We can perform a seance tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes, Oscar. Okay, I'm in too. Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself, but I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous. Dad, you must be so mad at me. Oh, Rosa, no. Of course I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere? Rosalina. I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive and you're safe. We couldn't have gone back for them, right? We wouldn't have made it out if we went back. You made it out of there because you stood up for yourself. Becca was too proud to listen to you, and Alexis decided to stay with her. It's not fair, though. They didn't deserve to be buried alive for that. I know how difficult it is. I know how difficult this is, and you can be upset for as long as you need to be, Rosa. I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now until we get them out of there is to enjoy the life you have. I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made. But I'm gonna do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're gonna have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took. Dad, we're on the case. We'll be okay, I promise. I'm going to take her home. I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow, and thank you, Kyraby. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina. As Oscar and Rosalina leave, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. All right, Kyrapi, my men are set up to start digging. Let's go home and get some rest. Now, hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick, and don't you dare try to pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here. Well, thank you, Tabitha. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. What a coincidence running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Kyrapi. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time. Uh-huh. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went on could be considered a crime. Listen, bitch. I did not do it. Duke has been missing since then, though. We've found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip. Are you... Nah. He dead, bruh. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. Yeah, I fucking get it. And, we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family, and why were you down there with them? You've got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive down there, and maybe they're dead, and you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely coincidence remains to be seen, but we've got to do our due diligence here. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough, our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers walk back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no. This is all just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you? What, are they gonna take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Kyrapi? Tomorrow? You have already ruined my evenings on 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think you'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow? We're going ghost hunting at Oscar's, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You were there. I didn't think you were serious. Fine. If we're going to keep running into each other, we might as well all have an open line of communication. I don't have Stella's number, so Kyrapi, you should make sure you do. Oh, sure. You give Stella your contact info. I'm surprised I didn't do that already anyway. Don't worry, I'll only use this newfound power when it's truly urgent, like inviting you over for breakfast. Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens. It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly I have to. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. Your phone buzzes as she drags you. It looks like Stella has already set up a group chat with you and Kanika. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? We won't know for days at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents. I do honestly believe that, and clearly there are some parents at fault for this who weren't ready. Take the librarian. Whoop, didn't want to do that. Take the librarian. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive, and here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. It's not fair. That's entirely out of line. What's wrong with you? You don't know him. Tabitha goes quiet. It seems that's all you're going to get from her on this. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I am curious about that. It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Alright, I'll drop it. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd rather we didn't get into it. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Kanika sent a message to Stella. And you. Y'all. These are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. I'm not liking this. This is the end of episode 2. Okay. Goddamn. I am loving this game. Please save your game. Okay. How long have I been streaming for? I don't even know. About 2 hours, so this chapter wasn't as long as the first one. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to start chapter 3 or save it for next time. Yeah, I think I'll save it for next time. I kind of just want to stick to the 1 chapter per stream thing. But this is getting good. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Becca and Alexis are still alive, or do you think they are dead? I personally think they're dead, but I guess we'll see. It could be that thing where in most games and movies, unless you die on screen, you're not necessarily dead. So, yeah, let's hold out hope they're still alive. But I'm not too optimistic. So, yeah. Thanks to anybody who joined me today. I really do appreciate all the support. And I will see you guys next time. I'm not sure when that will be. Hopefully tomorrow night or Tuesday night after work, but we shall see. I feel like this game will be even spookier if I play it at night, so we shall see how it goes. But until then, I will see you next time, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!